Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we're gonna showcase Whitebeard, but not Whitebeard playing Moby Dick, but instead a Strawbeard, which kind of plays the Straw Hats Pirates package instead. This deck is probably the best deck in the game right now. If you have not been paying attention to the past few regional championships, so I think the top cut regionals that happened this past weekend, and then the ones before that, Carta Magica, and also PPG, I think it is. Whitebeard, especially in the top cut tournaments, dominated. I think it was like all 4 top decks on the 26th, and it was 3 out of the 4 top decks on the 25th. This deck is probably the best competitive deck right now. It kind of does the stuff that Zoro wants to do, but a little bit more defensive because you also have access to Radical and have a bunch of 2K counters. So it's kind of it's kind of there, right? I think red by no doubt is the best color in the game right now between Whitebeard, Zoro, and even the random red Luffys that run around. Everyone is amazing, but Whitebeard probably takes the cake, especially when you combine that with the Strawberry package to kind of do a bunch of damage. So yeah, not going to speak a lot about it. We're going to continue talking more about it in the next 2 days as we continue to cover the Strawberry package. But for now, let's showcase one game against Kinemon, which is going to be one of the popular matchups that you're going to see. And you can see exactly why this deck ends up shining, because you just have so many big units that they cannot deal with. So enjoy. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Kinemon, and we definitely want to go second, because the reason you want to go second with Whitebeard is that you can set up your 4-drops. We don't get any of our 4-drops, so let's mulligan this. We also, we don't really care about the Okiku in this matchup. Okiku shouldn't be able to do much. We got the Franky, so we can at least go ahead put the Franky down on turn 4, which is really nice. Might not be able to do anything on turn 2 though, but that's okay. If we're getting the Sanji, we'll be kind of chilling. Yeah, we don't have anything for turn 2, so we're just gonna pass. The Whitebeard, the 9-cost Whitebeard is gonna be very good against the opponent. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and attack with the Kinemon. We could just counter this one, right? Or we could take it. Let's counter. Let's counter this one. Let's not put ourselves in a position where we go too low. We're going to play one of them, and then we have a good chance of drawing a second 4-cost or even drawing the Kingdew. So that's why I don't mind going down on one of them this turn. We'll attack first. Actually, I might just kill the Momo. I might just kill the Momo here. Stop them from getting any of the searchers, right? Because they drew the Okiku with that. They will play the 4 for the Luffy, and we pass. And there we go. We got another Luffy, which is what I was hoping for. We ended up getting the Rush Luffy anyways from our draw, so I knew that we were going to have a chance to get a card that we could play next turn. So it's not a big deal. We have plenty of ways to save our units next turn. Opponent has to put another Dawn. That's the good thing about Whitebeard, right? Because it's a 6K, opponent has to always spend a Dawn to be able to actually push damage to our face. They don't do anything. They're going to just settle for like their big draws. We do have sits. We have sits. Sits down. We can play a second Luffy. I think we wanna leave this Luffy for when we actually go for like a lethal attack, right? So I think we wanna just play the second Luffy here, which leaves me with 2 down. So let's just go ahead and attack for 7 with both of them. So we go 7 here. Then we go 7 here again. And then we summon the second Luffy. Opponent is going to have to start doing a lot of value here. Now, they could rest this second Luffy with the Okiku, which I guess is what they're going for. We have enough counters to save our units. Like, this has both 6K. So opponent has to go all the way to like 8K to be able to actually do anything to them. Yeah, let's just save it. Let's save it and force the opponent to have a lot of value here. Another, okay. I'm gonna force you to put it down on your Raizo and not do anything else this turn. And if I keep my units alive, I don't see how you save your units. Okay, that's a 4K into the 6K. The opponent just wanted to draw. Opponent just wanted to get the draw here. Okay, they do the X-Drake, so at least they kill one of the Luffys. But with this, we also have the Ace, right? So that's the great thing here, that we can actually go ahead and play the Ace, do -3 to both of them, making sure both my units can kill it. And then we attack 6 with the other stuff. Yeah, so I think this is gonna be an ace play here. We ace, we can keep the Rush Luffys later for when the opponent starts doing their blockers. And we also get to keep one down for Radical Beam, which is going to be enable. So we'll go ahead and do the ace here. We can attack this one here. So let's go ahead with the Raizo. Let's go ahead with the Whitebeard. Let's go ahead 7 on the Kinemon. Opponent takes another life. We keep 1 for the Radical Beam. We have another 6k counter hand. And next time we can even do double Rush Luffy. Opponent does have a lot of cards though, so probably it's better to just go for the Whitebeard. Especially if the opponent leaves me at 1 life, then it's probably better to just go for the Whitebeard. Because he also lets me get rid of the blockers on the next turn by having the Whitebeard KO effect. And also Whitebeard is just going to be so big. Yeah, opponent's not going to be able to really do much here. Do we save this one too? Why did we save this one too, to be honest? You know what? Let's force him to have to use more to kill this one. If you want to actually kill this, I want you to actually kill it. Yeah. So they do get to bring back that other dude. They get a blocker here, which is nice for them. Sorry, they send back the Bonnie, right? So they send back the Bonnie. They will get a draw from this. They get the Capone. They have 2 blockers. So there's 2 options. We can play the Whitebeard here. Or we can just go for the Luffys, especially because we're at 2 life. Also could be the Kingdew. We do have the Luffys. What if we first start with the Setsuke here? See what the opponent does? Probably better to just go face at this point, to be honest. But I want to see what they do first. The opponent has 3 blockers, right? If the opponent doesn't use the blockers here, that's okay, because... Okay. Let's go 7k on it. Alright. Let's go ahead and just drop the Whitebeard. Let's go ahead and drop the Whitebeard. Let's attack this for 8. Opponent's gonna block and draw. Makes sense. And we keep the 1 down for the Radical Beam. We have the Rush Luffys. We have the Newgate. We have multiple attackers next turn. I have to be a little bit careful, right? We don't take a life here. We're at 8k though, so I think I'm okay with this. I'm gonna counter for 1. Again, just forcing them to use their Dawn to actually try to kill my units. I'm gonna let this one go. I think it's time that we let one of them go. I think because of the 2 Rush Luffys, I think we're still in a decent spot. The Capone blocker doesn't mean anything because the Whitebeard can pop it. Opponent has a lot of cards in their hand though, and they still have 2 life. So they have a lot of cards in their hand and they still have 2 life, which is really problematic. The problem is that they don't really have a board. Okay, so they go for the Kinemon. They keep 1 Dawn open. We get another 2k counter. Again, we can put the 2. We can put the 2 here. And I guess if we just go leader, we kind of force the answer out of them. Do we go leader here? How does the opponent beat this? I don't want to leave them with too many cards though. If they have too many cards, they could be able to come back and pop us. So let's at least kill the Edge Drake. Let's at least kill the Edge Drake. The opponent's gonna have Kinemon plus Odin, so they're gonna have 3 attacks. We can keep 1 Dawn open for Radical Beam. I have 4k counters here. So 5 plus 6 means that we can only use 2 more counters here. Let's go ahead and do the 8. I probably should have just gone 7-7 to be honest. I mean, I guess this is already a 7. We go here. They have a Dawn, right? So they have a Dawn, so they could have a Paralyzed Waterfall. They're gonna go ahead with the Law. I think I like the Rush Luffy. I like the Rush Luffy here. Force the opponent to have to clear my board next turn. We're gonna still have 1 Dawn to save my Whitebeard if I need to. They need another 1k counter here. Okay, so they go 2k counter here. Do we kill this Law then? Do we kill the law or do we just go face? I like going face. I like going face, see if he takes the last life. They took the last life. We have another Rush Luffy, and we also have the ace. I don't see how we lose this. Opponent has to kill Whitebeard and then have enough blockers, but then they can't kill both the Luffy and the Whitebeard. Yeah, they're going to try to kill the Whitebeard here. Okay, so I'm just going to 2k. I don't even need to use my Radical Beam, really. I'm going to force you to restand, and I'm going to 2k again, and that's the game. So now any blockers that they have, yeah, that's the game. Like, you have to put more than that. If you want to kill that Whitebeard, you have to commit. But again, the problem that the opponent had is that I just have enough 2k. So it doesn't matter how many cards they had. It's just too much. And this is what Whitebeard does. It just puts too much pressure because of all the units and all the counters that you end up getting by being able to drop on your life. We didn't even go to 0 life this game, so GG's. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed that game against Kinemon. See what I'm talking about? They had a ton of cards, but it still didn't mean anything because you're able to just push so much damage. You're able to stick in so many big units. You're able to drop down that Whitebeard, which kind of puts a lot of pressure on them just because of how big this Whitebeard is. And this, you know, there's really not a lot they can do, right? Like, I mean, like you have so many rushers between Ace and the Luffy. You have so many big 6k bodies that end up surviving because you end up saving them with all your 2k counters and 1k counters. It's absolutely nuts, and this deck, and more that I play it, and I'm still learning it. I just picked it up. I just placed my order for 3 of the promo Luffys and another one 4 of this of the movie Luffys because I want to be able to play this deck myself, but I'm missing the promo cards. It's just busted. It's literally just busted. So yeah, so expect to see a lot of this. But anyways, again, we're going to cover 3 games of Whitebeard. Today was the first one against Kinemon. You're going to see 2 more over the next couple of days. So hope you subscribe. You want to keep track of those as they come through. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.